One of the things we do as part of our work in the home is to have good food on the shelf. Things that will nourish us, comfort us, and keep us going. And sometimes when it comes to canned foods, some are better than others, but there are a few that are worth buying. So here are some of the healthiest canned foods to stock your pantry. The first thing on the list is chickpeas. Now these are beans with a history because these have shown up in the ancient writings of Turkey. So they've been around a long time, and they're also the staple of cuisines of many cultures of the world. And they're also one of the best sources of plant-based proteins there is. Chickpeas help nourish the cells inside your gut and contain fiber, which help keep you full. And numerous studies also have shown that regular consumption of chickpeas can help lower your cholesterol and reduce risk of heart disease. So you can use them just about everywhere, mix them into salads, soups, put them on pizza even. You can bake with them if you want, and you can make hummus. And the addition of the garlic, olive oil, and tahini or walnuts in the hummus makes these into a nutritional gold mine. So be sure to put these on your shopping list. The next item is a jarred item, but it comes in cans as well. I just didn't have any of the canned variety in my pantry, but it's artichoke hearts. And if you've ever cooked a fresh artichoke, you know that getting through those prickly leaves can be a real pain. But the center part, the heart of the artichoke, is so incredibly delicious when it's cooked. Jarred artichoke hearts are marinated in oil and spices, and they are very tasty. And these are low in fat and have really high levels of antioxidants, and the cooking process doesn't lower their nutritional value very much. According to the National Foundation for Cancer Research, consuming one artichoke will give you 25% of your daily dose of vitamin C. So these are fabulous to have in your pantry. Next, we have canned tomatoes. Now these are a cost-effective option when the price of fresh tomatoes goes up in the colder months during the winter, and also during the winter months the quality of the fresh tomatoes that you get just aren't as nice. So these are a fantastic option. And canned tomatoes are so healthy because they contain lycopene, which is an antioxidant that provides disease-fighting benefits like lowering the risk of heart disease and some types of cancer. And what's surprising is that the canned tomatoes contain higher amounts of lycopene than fresh because the cooking process brings out more of that particular nutrient. And depending on the type they can be a little high in salt, but if that's a concern for you, just rinse them off a bit before you use them. Next, we have olives. Now, olives are one of those polarizing foods. Many of us either love them or hate them. But if you are one of the people that's on the fence about how you feel about them, I would encourage you to get them, add them to your pantry, and use them as part of your regular diet because they have amazing health benefits. Olives are very high in vitamin E and heart healthy fats, similar to what's found in avocados. And they're also anti-inflammatory and great for your skin and your hair. And I think Kalamata olives in particular are close to superfood status because they have a little bit of a higher concentration of those antioxidant levels to fight free radicals in your body and reduces your risk of chronic diseases. And they come in cans like this. I usually buy them in the jars. They're good both ways, but they are definitely worth adding to your pantry and worth buying. There are also a few different kinds of seafood that are excellent healthy choices to stock your pantry with, and one of them is tuna. And tuna is an excellent choice because it is packed with protein, and it's also a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, which is excellent for your eye and brain health. Tuna is also fairly inexpensive and it lasts for several years on the pantry shelf. Now there is one thing I want to point out. When you buy tuna, make sure that you're buying either skipjack or one that's imported from Italy. And the reason you want to do that is these types of tuna have lower levels of mercury. The one that you want to avoid if possible is the one called albacore. And the reason this is this has the highest level of mercury for tuna. Now, if you have some of these on your pantry shelf, don't panic. You can still eat them. I have a few of them, and yes, I'll probably eat them, but I probably won't buy any more, and it's not the kind of tuna that I really want to be eating 1 or 2 cans a week of. So try to stick with either skipjack or the ones that are imported from Italy, and you'll be just fine. Canned salmon, and it is so good for you and healthy, but it can also be expensive. So for a more cost-effective solution, canned salmon has a really long shelf life and it has the same protein and omega-3 content as fresh salmon. And also the canned salmon doesn't usually contain any preservatives, so it's a great choice for salmon patties or burgers or adding to salad. Sardines are a relative of the herring family and they are incredibly good for you. And yes, they are considered to be one of those fishy fish, but my Mediterranean ancestors have been eating sardines for centuries and I think they are absolutely delicious. They're very high in omega-3s, vitamin D, and they are an excellent source of B12 that is from a non-meat source. B12 is essentially a water-soluble nutrient that supports our DNA synthesis and red blood cell formation, and it helps boost brain function. And according to the National Institute of Health, 15% of North Americans are deficient in B12, and these are also low in mercury. So they come a few different ways. This one has some olive oil and some rosemary and other seasonings. You can get them also with mustard or tomato, and these are great in a salad or just straight out of the can or in a classic sardine sandwich, a perfect addition to your pantry. Also, the health benefits of canned pumpkin is impressive. Not to be confused with pumpkin pie filling, which isn't as good. But 1 cup of plain canned pumpkin has 7 grams of fiber, which is very good for your gut health and your heart health. It's also very high in beta carotene, which is good for your eye health and to help boost your immune system. And it's not just for fall because pumpkin is great to use year round. It's rich in vitamin A and C, and these nutrients are great for your heart and your skin health. So you can use it for baking, add to oatmeal or to hummus, or even add it to chili to bump up the flavor. Here are some pumpkin muffins that I baked up for breakfast with the cozy spices of ginger, cinnamon, and cloves. Perfect for fall or any time of year. Take care, everyone, and we'll catch you in the next one.